So this is a perfect segue, because the next topic that we wanted to discuss is, well, how do we get top of mind? How do you choose your buyer persona? Like good marketing, a buyer persona is the client that you want. If our target build is $300,000 to $800,000 homes, we're not interested in building $2 million homes. We're not interested in building $150,000 homes.
Right.
How does a builder or a subcontractor, their target is the builder? The builder's target is the customer. Like how would we go about that?
So you asked the question: how do you personify your prospects? So,
and how do you target them with marketing?
Right. So the step one is identifying who they are, and it doesn't mean it's going to be one specific demographic. It could be multiple. It could be it's just getting into the research of and there is all kinds of free out there data that you can pull on all the home sales in this region and were they just regular sales, were they custom builds. I'm sure the Builders Association can help out with a lot of that. But it's also then getting creative, because again, creative's not just on the art and the copy and everything that happens after you come up with your plan. It's like the plan itself has to think about different ways to connect to these audiences. You got your primary, secondary, tertiary. It's like that just means we can automatically go to the first home builders. Couples that might have 2 kids and they've been married 10 years and they had a starter home and now they're ready to build out this direction. But then are we forgetting about
the people that are retired?
Retirees or, a guy like me whose kids' colleges are finally paid for, that kind of thing.
Hey, you need a home out in Alpino County? Yeah.
It's like, when people come into that opportunity to build, there's a lot of different reasons why they get there. And so it's really just kind of opening up your mind to really thinking about all the different opportunities that exist. So that buyer persona, and I've gone as far as like describing that person. It's like
in the past, I've done write-ups where I kind of put myself in the position of that buyer, and then I write a biography of them.
Yeah, there's all kinds of infographics if you look online. Buyer persona or demographics or anything like that. You'll have these little diagrams of, this. Let's just say we're talking about video games in particular, and what does that gamer look like? Well, only listens to this type of music and these types of podcasts, and he goes to raves on the weekend. All these different things that interests and lifestyle choices that a person like that would make. Well, apply that to custom home building, and you really start to open your opportunities up when you realize, are we missing a market segment that maybe we could talk to? What about the Hispanic families? Are we communicating with them in such a way that they feel confident that we could build their house?
Hablamos español. Aquí en Southern Custom Homes podemos servirte.
Here we have Andres Betancourt.
Yeah.
So it's huge. That's a massive market that a lot of people in North Texas just don't think about.
It's getting that demographic. It's just getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
and more successful.
Yeah,
That's a really cool thing. I come from 2 immigrants, and it's just like, as we have generations of immigration exist here, we have generations now that have more education or have different types of jobs, have different money.
Absolutely.
Like the norm is not what it was.
Yeah, and that that's another massive mistake people make, is just making assumptions about a demographic that they're absolutely totally wrong.
Because when I first started framing, you think of like the middle-aged, like white male that's
Right.
worked 25 years at
Right.
his job, and now he's going to build his custom home.
Yeah.
That's like when I first started framing. That's kind of what you thought of.
Right.
I kind
Right.
of thought of.
Right.
It's changed.
Yeah.
Every young, old,
Yeah.
middle,
Female, male.
Yeah.
white, black, Hispanic, all
Yep.
all across the board. It's good. I mean, it's good for my industry.
Or home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our industry.
Yeah. It's, never, never count somebody out. I mean, you just don't know.
So I guess the summary to that question of buyer personas, you have to think about it.
Yeah. I mean,
Who are you selling to? Who's
Yeah.
your target?
I mean, the fact that you're bilingual, I think, is a huge opportunity.
Yeah.
And there should be a portion on the website that has some Spanish.
Yeah. I hadn't even once thought of that.
I mean, and what that does in so many different ways. I mean, that just puts you.
It just opens
That's one of
doors.
your differentiators. I mean,
Well-
that shows that you are.
We talk about communication.
You're in the here and now, and you're progressive thinking, and you're not afraid of the melting pot of America. You're just willing to build for people that are ready for this opportunity.
Yes.